Hey everybody, welcome to What's Up Wednesday and Happy New Year. Here we are winding down or closing out 2025. It's hard to imagine that this year has gone by as fast as it seems that it has. But when we look back, there's been a lot that's happened in 2025, and now we're looking forward to 2026. And one of the questions that comes up is why do we often look so forward to closing out a year and starting a new one? And this will kind of lead a little bit into resolutions as well. But I think doing some research, it's kind of human nature to want to turn the page. And I think that humans have a tendency to like to complete things, to reach milestones, to hit finish lines, and maybe more so than enjoying the journey of getting there. I think we really like to accomplish things. And at the end of a year, many of us feel like we've taken on many projects throughout the year, and we're kind of closing those out and we're starting fresh in January. It's really interesting how it seems that people are absolutely exhausted as they get through the holidays and then they start the new year and they're fresh and they're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and ready to go, which is really only a day or two away here now. So it's kind of interesting when we look at that. It's this psychological thing of kind of closing a chapter and beginning a new chapter, finishing a book, starting a new book, however you want to look at that, whatever analogy you like. But as we do look forward, we tend to, we meaning more than 50% of the population, tends to set some kind of a resolution, some kind of a goal for the year. Now, this has roots that go back. They don't know where it maybe originated, but it goes back thousands of years to the Babylonians, where they had this idea that whatever you do on the first day of the year, that you're going to do for the remainder of the year. And resolutions, I think, are a way for people following maybe a little bit of thought around what they would like to change or do differently as they turn that chapter and they start the new year. We tend to want to set resolutions, but I think that there are some challenges in that process because many of us, we have an idea of something we want to do, but that resolution idea is not actionable unless we do something with it. So I know Melinda and I have a board that we put up, which we write down all of our goals for the year. At the end of the year, we review it and cross out what we completed. If we didn't complete something, we kind of talk about why. It's called a vision board. Um, I think that the most important thing for those who say, hey, I want to do this differently this coming year is the number one thing is write it down. If you don't write down that resolution or goal, then it's just a thought or an idea and it's not actionable. Once you write it down, I think it's really important to post it somewhere as a reminder. Now, I'm not a fan of putting post-its on my mirror, but I know a lot of people like to do that because it's the first thing they see in the day and it reminds them of what they're trying to accomplish. But one way or the other, I think setting that goal, writing it down, maybe creating a timeline. Let's just say somebody says, hey, I want to lose 50 pounds in 2026. Maybe in that case, losing 10 pounds by the end of March or 15 pounds, break it into little milestones, break it into pieces so that you're not trying to do it all, just in one lump. So create a plan around it. And then it becomes actionable. And now it's actually a goal that you can focus on and accomplish. Just one little tip. I think, having a resolution idea, hey, I'm going to work out more. And I see that. I work out in the gym 3, 4 days a week. And I dread this time of year because the resolutioners come in and for about a week, the place is absolutely packed. But then within, 2, 3, maybe 4 workouts max, 50% of the resolutioners drop off and you don't see them again, which is kind of sad to say. You're glad to see them go, but it's much less crowded when they do. So, some of the really common resolutions that people tend to set, they tend to be focused on self. They tend to be focused on health, on happiness, things like that, more personal, maybe less professional. So examples would be, as I already mentioned, exercising more, maybe eating healthier, getting a little bit more sleep, saving more money. That one's very ambiguous. Losing weight, as I mentioned, improving mental health, for me. Fish a few more days in the year. That'll do that. Spend time with family and friends, learn a new skill or a hobby. I think that's really important as we get older, something to occupy us, to challenge us, get organized. Things like quitting smoking, reducing alcohol consumption, and another really popular one, which I really like, is read more. I think when people subscribe to that idea and they do read more, they really begin to enjoy it. It's just we find reasons not to do it. So some ideas of some resolutions, and again, if you're going to set a resolution, the important thing is to write it down, make a goal out of it. And we would love to hear from you. We'd love to hear your comments. So drop us a comment down here of goals that you set for 2025, how you did in accomplishing those goals, whether you reached them or you didn't reach them, what you're planning to do for 2026, and maybe a little something on what you'd like us to do. We love to hear from you on, ideas of things we can do, topics we can cover, how we can help, how we can add value. So, with that, I want to wish everybody a happy new year. Can't wait to start the new year off here tomorrow, watching football and jumping back into work on Friday, but really looking forward to this new year and working with all of you. So again, happy new year. We'll see you next Wednesday.